Good morning. It's Tuesday, and it's the beginning of the second day. And our gypsy colleagues are late. One of our gypsy colleagues is late. And what I think is ironic, arguably, or ostensibly, or theoretically, the highest IQ guy in the room can't get up on time. But we left off last night talking about the D. Hawk, and D. Hawk it was the guy that came up with the idea to consolidate 55,000 banks and form Visa. And he was a really smart guy. He was working for Bank of America, and he was CEO of Bank of America, and Bank of America was going bust. It's hard to believe now, 40 years later. And he came up with the idea that he was going to consolidate all this. And of course, the president of Bank of America at the time told him, sure, don't embarrass us. You got no budget to do it. Go ahead. And so he consolidated 55,000 banks over time, and they were the first $1 trillion business. This was a long, long time ago, because it was, it was the idea or the ideal target for fragmented industry, because every bank had their own credit card in those days. And so he retired to Northern California, and he grew walnuts, I believe. And then the Swedish government and 2 or 3 other governments have asked him to come in the last 15 years or 20 years to ask him to go and show them how he did that massive consolidation and revamp government structures. My understanding is he's been less successful trying to get governments to do stuff than he did the 55,000 banks, which doesn't surprise me at all. Trying to get a government to do something is pretty ironic. Now, we gave you homework last night, and if you remember, we set up the situation that we're going to do the role play first. And the role play situation, if I remember correctly, was that we were going to pick 2 teams, 2 on each team, and you were going to sell your deal to investment bankers that you needed to raise money. And we gave you some parameters, how long you'd been in business, and what were your revenues, etc. That you had already sent them your executive summaries. And I said, for this role play, you could pretend that I was your chairman and that we had a substantial dream team board, that you had accountants. I think I picked PricewaterhouseCoopers. And when this goes on YouTube, PricewaterhouseCoopers owes me some money from us using them as an example, and any big law firm in your area. All law firms are basically the same, the big law firms. And when we talk about picking law firms, whatever relationship you have with a law firm or a big major accounting firm, or any accounting firm really, is only one partner deep, one person deep. If you have a good relationship with that person that's your engagement partner, as they used to call it, and I still think they do, then you've got a good relationship with the bank or the accounting firm. If you don't have a good relationship, then you're shit out of luck. And when I say partner, if you have a relationship with less than a partner at an accounting firm or law firm, you're fucked. Because then that associate or that senior manager, whoever, has got to go to the partner. And just like you were commenting, Sip comes home and he tells you all this stuff and you don't know what he's talking about, well, the associate goes back to the partner and tells him what he knows the partner wants to hear, which is not necessarily what you told him to tell him. So, and that's why you need to talk to a partner. You have to have a relationship with a partner. And when we talked about that earlier, you want a young guy that just made partner, who's trying to make his name in the firm. You want a young, aggressive guy. And it's not so easy to find young partners, because it takes a lot of years to become a partner in an accounting firm now. And they're very concerned about the liabilities. And it's hard to get a young partner in a law firm. In America, it's easier to find a young partner than it is in Britain, or in the Netherlands, or in Germany, or all these other countries that I've been around in. So, the first two teams, we'll ask, do we have any volunteers? Okay, okay. You two guys will be on the team, and you two will be on the team, okay? Okay, now, spend a couple minutes deciding which deal you're gonna pitch. You're gonna pitch them, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you decide whether you're gonna pitch them the internet deal, or you're gonna pitch them,
Let's pitch the restaurant, it's easier.
okay, or you're gonna pitch them Chinese restaurants.
Chinese restaurant?
Yeah, I mean, the more I thought about that, the more I like it.
I've done the deal, by the way, this morning.
Okay, well, the more I thought about that deal, the more I liked it, you know, I said,
So are we talking about new build restaurants?
correct. You can talk about it. We don't want any. Good afternoon. You know, we got one fucking gypsy, we got 5 gypsies actually, and the smartest one's late. We were thinking maybe you were dead, you know. Good afternoon, and that's when you go to a meeting in the Netherlands or sometimes Iceland, and a guy's late, they tell him, no matter if he's 1 minute late, good afternoon. You know, it's 7 in the morning, good afternoon. So, well, glad you could make it, Sip. And this is on YouTube forever now, that he came, so just another mark, and I want to say something for publication. I beat up on Sip because he's got so much potential, and he's done a great job, and he's done a lot of smart things. And you're a partner because of me. He wouldn't be giving away equity, and you guys wouldn't be giving away equity, and he convinced you, obviously, and then you gave him equity. But so, you wouldn't be a partner if it wasn't for me and the fact that he was here two years ago, right? 2 years ago. We'll spend a lot of time on how you give away equity and how you get people to participate. Because once they're part, you want everybody to be on the bus. And the easiest way, not easy, easiest way is if they act as if it's their own business. And the way that you get them to act as if it's their own business is to actually make them part of the business. Ownership, either through options and or straight equity or a combination of the both. Okay? We're not going to film this role play because we want some good role plays on the YouTube for eternity. But we've described this, so we'll probably won't film an actual role play until later on in the week when you've got some practice and you're a little smoother. You know, I want you smooth as baby shit. You know, I want you to be slick. Now, last October, or not last October, in 2010 we had Bruce Whipple here, and we had Basilio Chen of the Chen dynasty, my former partners, and they were both senior guys, slick. I mean, they've been doing this. Bruce looks like Mr. IBM, and we used to call, when I used to send him into a company, he was there to whippleize you, you know? He either whippleized you or he terminated you, one or the other. He either got you on the bus or he threw you off the bus. On the bus, I mean emotionally. Okay, so we'll continue with role-playing on another YouTube adventure, but that's it for now.